Hello, everybody. Today, April the 25th, and as always, we're going to tell the pen story. This pen story has changed a lot of people's life and shed light into why something happened to our life and how we can create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. So, let's get started, okay? What is this? It's a pen. What do we use a pen for? To write. Now, there's a dog inside the room. I'm going to wave this in front of the door. What does the dog do? The dog probably will snip, lick, or chew this, right? Does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is the pen. So who is correct, the dog or the human? The answer is both are correct. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy, but for the human, this one is a pen to write. The dog is correct in the dog world, and the human is also correct in the human world. So that is our first lesson. Both are correct. Now, let's imagine that there is a table in front of me. So I'm going to put this thing on the table, and then both the dog and I will walk out the room. So inside the room, there'll be no human, no dog. What does this thing become? Is this still a pen or a chewing toy? Oh, it becomes almost nothing, and the ancient wisdom called this one as the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very magical definition. As we understand the emptiness, we'll be able to achieve anything in our life. Just like Ishi Gorosh applied the emptiness into his business. I was able to build a business with revenue of $250 million a year. He's also able to help several refugees. So what is the emptiness? Why is that so magical? Let's go back to the pen story, okay? So the thing is currently on the table, and when there's no human, no dog, it is almost nothing. But as soon as I go back into the room and I look at this becomes a pen. When the dog comes back to the room and the dog look at this becomes a chewing toy. And when both the dog and I come back to the room at the very same time, we both look at this at the very same time. What does this thing become? It becomes two things, a pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So a single thing when there is no human, no dog, okay, and nothing to interact with. Let's come back to it true self and we call it the emptiness. But however, it can also has the potential to become anything or anyone depending on who or what is looking at this at the very moment. So that is our second lesson. Along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. Now, I see this as a pen. So does this pen coming from me or does this pen coming from the thing itself? This pen is actually coming from myself. Why am I so certain? Because if this thing is a pen itself, then the dog or anything in this entire universe will have to see it for what it is, which is a pen. But does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So this pen is actually coming from me. This pen is actually coming from my mind, and everything is actually coming from our mind. So that is our third lesson. Everything is actually coming from our mind. So we all agree that this pen is coming from my mind, right? So I'm going to change my mind and I'm going to pray this one become a diamond, okay? So please pray with me. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Open my eyes. It's still a pen. So what in my mind that forced me to see this is a pen but not a diamond? There are certain inside our mind that the ancient wisdom call as karma. When we see something, the sit inside our mind pop up, open up, and cover this, and may I see it for what had been planted earlier into our mind, which is so who plant the seed into our mind first? Only I can plant the seed into my mind, and only you can plant the seed into your mind. How can we do it? We do it for three ways: for our word, by our action, and by our thoughts, especially to other people. So, especially when we try to help other people too. So, for instance, I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to say that I have the pen. Would you like to have this pen? And when my friend say yes, please, I'd be so happy to give this to my friend with the hope that I can help my friend. So when I give this to my friend, this palm will open up and both me and my friend will see it and start living back in my mind. A couple days later, when I see this, I recognize this one as a pen, which means that the seed of the pen has all been planted into my mind. And I pop up, open up, and cover this and make me see it for what had been planted earlier into my mind, which is a pen. And this is how a pen become a pen or anything surround us become what and who they are to us. In the pen story, there are several meaningful lessons. Today, we went over 4 different lessons. The first lesson is both are correct, so we learn to respect each other's opinion. We learn to respect each other's choices, and we learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. And with that, we remember the teaching of Thầy Thích Nhất Hạnh, that understanding is the root of love, and love is what create happiness. And Buddha is all about following that path, being able to understand, being able to love, and being able to be happy from those things. And the second lesson is along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. So trust your potential. Trust the potential that within or everyone around you, and trust the potential whatever happened to you. And with that, you have a big ability to choose what you want to see in this world, what you want to achieve in this world by seeing those potential. And we all know that every moment in this life have is a magical moment, because in that very moment anything can happen, and it's the only moment, because at that moment can never come back. So as soon as now we can see the potential of everything in that moment, we'll be able to capture that moment as the very best. And then the third lesson is everything is actually coming from the seed inside our mind. So we want to be 100% responsible to whatever happened to us. We don't blame anyone, because in the end, we are the only one who can plant the seed into our mind. And we use that using through our work, through our action, through our thoughts. And we also be more responsible, be more, be more responsible and be more proactive, active into our life, because we are the only one who can dictate our life. And the final lesson, which is incorporate the other two lessons, lesson 2 and lesson 3, is that first is how to create your manifest our dream life by first knowing what you want, using lesson number 2, the potential and the emptiness. And then there's lesson number 3 is that we start planting those seeds into our mind using our word, our action, our thoughts. So if you want to have happiness, then you plant the happiness using your word, your action, your thoughts. To other people, helping other people being happier. If you want to be healthy, using your word, your action, your thought, helping other people getting healthier. And if you want to have if you want to have and happier. And then if you want to have prosperity, then using your word, your action, your thought, helping other people to get more prosperous. And just like that, whatever that you want in your life, using your word, your action, your thought, keeping other people, helping other people getting that very seed. And that's the best way to plant the seed into your mind. And the lesson that I would like to share with you all today is that this morning when it's actually raining this morning, and when I walk, the air is very, very fresh, and I just feel very, very, I just feel very happy that I be able to walk in that air, to enjoy the weather. And of course, in this, since it's raining, a lot of people are taking time to go to school, to go to work. It's harder for them. So, in my opinion, I feel very blessed to be able to, just sit on my bus, and then the bus just kind of ride. I might be late for a couple minutes, but then I don't have to deal with the traffic. I don't have to deal with all the difficulty, and I feel very blessed to be able to get that. So that's what I want to share with you. It's just how you perceive the change. And I should want to say thank you everyone for listening to me today. Thank you, and love for coming me in this curiosity journey. And if I may share with you my pain story or the lesson is something good, I would like to dedicate that to my dearest family, to my friends, to my co-workers, to my clients, to my neighbors, or to anyone living any living thing in this world and other worlds, with love, wisdom, and gratitude. Thank you. Bye. Bye, dear.